Hey, what's up, everybody? Day two, I suppose. Yeah, video one did some real numbers. Now, that being said, I'm not going to make a big habit out of counting the views off of my first videos. I think that's unhealthy. But what I do want to do is really go over the stuff I've learned just through the process, just so, like, for future reference, if anyone wants to know. Like, for instance, if you try and upload your YouTube video straight from DaVinci Resolve to the platform, you have to, like, put in your thumbnail and stuff afterwards. So when you first post it, it's just like a blank thumbnail and it looks really stupid. Along with that comes a few other faults with editing. Like my first video, I think is at like 24 FPS, like diabolical stuff, man, like for real. I did, however, realize if you go and edit, your properties of your project, you can actually change the FPS from within DaVinci Resolve software, which in turn makes it to where you can make your projects go from like 24 to like 60. So, cool food for thought. But yeah, we're back for day two. The first thing I really want to do is just start being consistent, regardless of what I'm even doing, even if it's just like some TED Talk trash, we'll work our way up for sure. I also realized after like playing back my recordings to make my cuts and everything like that, like, oh my goodness, I say a lot. I like in most sentences with it's kind of like really eye-opening and like makes me angry. You shouldn't be mad at the way you sound talking, but whenever you hear back how you talk in a recording, it makes me angry. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't understand why that is a thing. Anyways, I just decided that, getting some content out there for day two. And actually, wow, same map as yesterday. Very original indeed. That's it. We're playing Action Shack. I think it's way better TED Talk content anyway. But yeah, what I didn't realize before posting full-length videos is that YouTube actually has a lot of cool tools that make it a lot easier to make thumbnails and things of that nature. You can make a decently edited video, like even if it's just you like talking about anything, like pretty quickly, and you can AI generate a thumbnail. You can do all sorts of stuff, like pretty fascinating. Now, that being said, I think you can only get so far with AI generated thumbnails and things of that nature. I will be doing them myself eventually. I just need to work on a lot of stuff like making an intro, making an outro, figuring out if an intro is even something that's necessary. I know an outro is necessary. I want something like that, but I don't know if intros are like even a thing that people really do anymore. I didn't even realize the point of this game mode. I got so confused. Oh, I think the point was to hide. I might be silly. I can't blast him back? I thought that was like the full strat. No. I thought the whole strat would be I'd push him away and then make a run for it. I didn't realize that I couldn't push him back at all. What? What just happened to me? That was crazy. Man, that was enticing gameplay, I must say. I just ran in circles for 30 minutes. Maybe this game mode specifically isn't the best for, like, overlay footage. That being said, I imagine if you're good at it, it can be pretty cool. I don't know what's going on. Because the guy I blasted back with it, he locked on to me. Like, he went through it. But I'm pretty sure I got pushed back by one a minute ago. Okay. Going the other way. Goodness, bro, there's nothing to do in these scenarios, bro. There's 12 dudes. I think I can actually fight back in those scenarios. I've just randomly have assumed that these guys are, like, unkillable. I think they can kill me, though. Alright, these guys are not good. Oh, no. I think if you just use your eyes pretty well and can, like, look for the shimmering dudes, you can figure it out. Yeah, act like I didn't see you, bro. Bro really thought he was slick with that one. Dang, man, this game is crazy. Not really in, like, the fun sense, more like in, like, the mundane sense. I think if you played at a higher level, it could be pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Work pulled me away from this video for, like, 2 days. As much as I like Halo Infinite as well, I have also found out that the formatting for Halo on a stretched res monitor sucks my ass 3000. Tony Stark said that shit. Like, I genuinely find myself having to switch, like, the layout in OBS so that the screen actually fits. It's just very frustrating. And you know what? Timefall 2 didn't have that problem, so here we are. Do I have some things to talk about? For instance, how Xbox is literally selling out. Yeah, as it turns out, Xbox is pretty much wanting to become the Netflix of gaming. As much as that sounds like an interesting concept on paper, I think in practice it just means that they know for a fact they've really just doomed all of their titles. What a nade, actually. That was crazy. I mean, Halo's been on a steady decline for years. I don't think there's been a good Gears of War game since, I don't know, 3. I personally wasn't a huge fan of Judgment, and 5 was poorly received as well. I'm just wondering how in the world, I guess the way that they expect to be making money from now on is just off of subscriptions, because there's no way anyone's buying their consoles anymore. Like, that's become blatantly obvious. I just don't really see the point in becoming like a game publisher rather than a game designer when you have so much money. I feel like they could, without a whole lot of effort, get their company going back in the right direction. I mean, 343 Studios is rebranded. You know, they're trying to fix their problems, but it seems Microsoft isn't even worried about making terrible games anymore. Like, even if they do, like, you know, it doesn't really have a negative effect on them in any way. They're infinitely rich. These guys are actually clueless over here. It just feels like a cop-out at this point. Like they're choosing the easiest way out to not have to actually make games anymore. Like they're just publishing. So Xbox is pretty much dead in the water, is all I've heard so far. But yeah, as someone who's been an Xbox fan for about 15 years, you know, this is big. This is sad. It pretty much means either all of our favorite games are going to stop being nearly as good as they were in the past, either that or just not be published anymore to begin with. And I sniped him out of his Titan. That was kind of huge. No way. I need to remember that melee is so good in this game. Like, I'm just so used to COD where melee is trash, so I just don't even try. But you just one-shot. Which I guess makes sense. You are a damn robot. At the end of the day, I guess it doesn't really matter what Xbox does. I mean, as long as the exclusives still get published somewhere. You know, maybe that means the exclusives start coming to PC quicker. You know, maybe PlayStation will start doing stuff like that too and getting us their exclusives quicker. And maybe, you know, sometime in the next 1 billion years, we'll get a Bloodborne remake. That would be pretty cool. I don't have much gameplay set aside for this one. I was just trying to finish up this last video I was making. Genuinely, the moment I said I was trying to be more consistent, I then had to leave for 2 days. And I'm also going to be gone for the entirety of next week. So, you know, no more videos for a week, which is frustrating, but is what it is. No outro is planned, no anything like that. So, see y'all around. Peace.